Hello guys, my name is Naveen Verma, a CA inter student. Passed my CA foundation in September 2025 attempt with first attempt. So today I am going to show my business law certified copy and analyze it that how do I score the marks. So let's see. Here is my certified copy of business law. You can see I scored total 45 marks out of 100. Let's move to the answers. So Foundation Business Law paper number 2, the date was 18 September. I don't know why they crossed the sign. Let's move to the another pages. The first question that I attempt is second B. Instead of attempting first question, I attempt second because I was very confident to do it. Second B question was from Company Act 2013. It asks MOA and AOA that all you guys know, Memorandum of Association and Article of Association of a company. And it also uh, asks to explain any three difference between MOA and AOA. So my format to write the answers is like this. First I write provision and I write as per provision of Companies Act 2013, and then I directly go to the topic that is Memorandum of Association. I write about what is MOA and its features, that who use MOA, what are the persons that use MOA, and the things of MOA, liability clause, वगैरह वगैरह, capital clause, association clause, registered office clause, name clause, and then article of association, inclusion of matters, manner of inclusion of entrenchment provision. Entrenchment provision was very significant to write. So this ensure the checker that I know about article of association, and then model articles, and then I explain it. So I write 4 points. Let's see how they give marks for this question. This question was for 7 marks, and this was right, this also right, and the difference is also right. So I got 2 marks for explanation of MOA and AOA, and 2.5 marks for the difference, and total 4.5 marks I attained from this second big question out of 7. Let's move to the further question, that is second C. Second question was from the LLP Act. This question asks about some designated partner criteria, non-resident and resident persons, info, and non-profit organization. So as you can see, first I started from writing the provision. Well, this was the case-based question. So if you want to write case-based question, firstly write provision, then tell in what act the provisions were come. Like I wrote, as per provision of LLP Act 2008, then I explain what is LLP. LLP is new form of business vehicle, and then the feature of LLP maybe, I don't know, I didn't remember what I read, what I wrote. So this is how I write. Then I explain who are designated partners, and then I conclude that what is the conclusion. I conclude it. As you can see, I give conclusion that what is right and what is wrong. I write that Mr. A and Mr. B cannot become both designated partners. And I got 3.5 marks from second C out of 6 marks. This question, no. I got second C, uh, 3.5 marks from LLP explanation, and 1.5 mark from here. So out of 6 marks, I got total 5 marks. Wow. So coming to the next question I do is second A. Second question was about Sale of Goods Act 1930. So this question was also based on case base. Firstly, I wrote provision as per provision of SOGA 1930, and then I write what under what provision this question talk. So risk prima facie follow ownership was the main significant point to be right in this question. So as you can see, I write. I also did some wrong, but then I remember that this was the wrong thing that I was writing, so I cut it, and I cut it very nicely. Not too much scratches, only just simple line, so the checker will not get irritated from your answer sheet. Then I write the question. Then I also write facts of case, that what the question asking, and then I conclude it, that what should be done. That is, does X cannot recover the price from Y. I got total 3 marks from 2AI. And then coming to the second part of this question. This question main significant point was of caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. So I write it. I also wrote the exceptions to it. Then I write facts of the case, and then I conclude it. Then coming to the another question, next question, that is fourth A. This question was about Indian Contract Act 1872. It was about invitation to an offer. So firstly, as it is same method, the same format I follow for all the questions in the exam. That is, first I write provision, and then I write about the under what provision this question talk. That is invitation to an offer. So I write about what is invitation to offer. That is, offer is the final willingness of offer, but invitation to offer is not an final offer, but it is an offer to get offer and further negotiation on it. So this is what invitation to offer. So I write about invitation to offer, then I write the facts of the case, and then I concluded that what should have done. That is, thus Cosmo Mega Mall cannot be compelled to sell the said article to Mr. X. So this is how the second part. And then this second part of fourth A. This was also about Indian Contract Act. Agreements made without consideration are void contracts. This question was about agreements that are made without consideration. So firstly, I write provision, and then I write the provision under the thing is talk they. Sorry guys, my English is small bad. And then I write facts of the case, and then I conclude it. The same format, like I said before. And the fourth B was about negotiable instrument. In this question, I just messed up because I didn't learn the chapter negotiable instrument. The time was so shortly, so I was unable to retain this chapter in my mind. But still, I try to do this question. I didn't leave this question. So as you can see, this question was completely wrong. Bill of exchange, promissory note. The question didn't ask for bill of exchange and promissory notes, but I write what I know. But you can get marks, but question didn't ask to write. So this question was completely wrong, and the another question was for C. I wrongfully explained type or sources of laws. The question asked for sources of laws, but I write types of laws. That was wrong. Like civil, criminal law were type of law. Common law is the type of law, not source of law. So that's why this question was wrong. So coming to the next question, that is fifth A. Fifth A question was also from the SOGA Act. So same format. Firstly, I write provision, and then the provision under which the question runs. So I explain what is condition as to quality or fitness, and then I wrote facts of the case, and then I concluded that what should be done or what should be not. And coming to the second point of this question, this second point was also from the SOGA Act. Firstly, I wrote provision, and then I didn't write here the provision under which the question runs, because I did not know what is the provision that should be present here. I did not know the provision that should be presented here, so I just write the question how much I know. I write all. I was thinking that this question was gonna be wrong, but still I got 1 mark, and the format was the same like before. First I write provision, and then I write fact of the case, and then I conclude it, and still I got marks. And then coming to the next question, that is 5C. This question was about true and false, and the question was from the Indian Contract Act. Here you can see I did not attempt any wrong answer. All my true false were right. First true false was about pledge of document, that was false answer, and my right, I did it right. And the second was about sub agents and principal, and the third of is death of person. I did all these true false right. Coming to the next question is 5B. First, this question was from chapter Indian Partnership Act. Here the partnership questions started. This question was for 3 marks and talks about outgoing partner. The same format I follow. First I wrote provision, and then I write the significant point in which the question runs, that is of outgoing partner, and then I explain who is outgoing partner and how can a partner get out from the partnership with his willingness, like with the consent of all partners by giving public notice of retirement, and if partnership is at will, then by giving a notice of dissolving the firm. And then I gives facts, and then I conclude it. Simple, not too much hard thing to learn. Actually, I did not learn anything. I just I make my base very strong. I did my conceptual understanding very strong, so that I didn't try to learn it. If you try to learn the law, then you will fail, because rectification cannot make you a good lawyer or successful in the exam. So don't try to rectification the law subject. Instead, get the conceptual understanding very deeply. So in the exam hall, you will be able to attempt all the questions, especially the case-based questions. If you have conceptual understanding, you will be able to attempt the case-based questions. Anyway, come to the fifth B question that I attempt afterwards. This question was also from the Indian Partnership Act. This question talk about the expulsion of partner from the partnership firm. So the significant point is expulsion, and under which the provision under which act the provisions come is the Indian Partnership Act. So firstly I explain the provision and significant point, and then facts of the case, and then I concluded that what should be done or what should be not. That it said the expulsion should be done in good faith, decided by a majority of partners, etc. And coming to the next question is first C. I did this question very wrongly, as you can see. First point was my wholly wrong, and the second part was my get corrected, and third point was also correct, that is talk about third party can sue the unregistered partnership firm. Obviously he can M can recover the due from firm. If you read the question, then you can answer it right. So read the question carefully. And then I attempt first B question, that is from Companies Act, and the significant point of this question was of artificial person, and this question was not case based. This question directly said that explain what is artificial person, and who need common seal. which company need common seal? Does common seal is mandatory for every company? That's what this question talk about. So I firstly wrote what is the provision under which provision this act come. So as you can see the points I explained, and then here is the pointer where they ask that this company need common seal or not. So as you can see I explain it wisely. Coming to the next question, that is third C. This question was about co-sureties, and this question was from Indian Contract Act. As you can see the same format. Firstly I wrote the provision, and then I wrote the significant point under which the question will run further. Liability of co-surety I explain, and then facts of the case, and then I explain the entire question that question asked. And coming to the 3A question, that was from the Partnership Act. This question was very easy to me because it just simply ask who is minor, how ask the provision of minor, that before attaining majority what rights do minor have, and after attaining majority what rights will minor retain and have. So I write it wisely, as you can see guys, and then it asks for some point like whether Mr. X can retire and introduce minor as a partner, and then I said yes, that was my correct. Second was my correct, and third was my correct. You can see the accuracy of my answers were very good, and still I got 45 marks. So you can imagine how hard the exam in this time was come. So that was all about my business law certified copy. So I got 7 marks out of 20 marks from first question, 13 marks from second question, 7 marks from third question, 5 marks from fourth question, and 13 marks from fifth question. Sixth question I leave it for optional. So 13 marks from here, 5 marks from here, 18 marks, 7 marks from here, and 13 marks from here, 38, and 7 marks from first question. Total 45 marks I scored, even if I did some questions wrong, but most of the questions were right. So my last advice to you guys, if you want to become good in law, then don't just rectification. Firstly you have to be very conceptual understanding in the law subject, then you can pass in the law exam. If you rectify everything, then you will forget in the exam hall, and you were unable to attempt the case based questions. So just get conceptual understanding, then you don't need to learn anything. You just get reading 3 to 4 time of the module, and you will able to retain the language of the law, and you will be able to write exam good in the whole. And some people ask for my result in the comment section, so here is my result. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Keep studying and keep growing. It's Naveen Verma, CA inter student, and grinding in life.